visitors generate sales in lodging, food services, recreation, transportation, retail business, and these sales support jobs for Texas residents and folks here in Boerne and contribute to the tax revenue locally and statewide. In 2007, the gross domestic product of Texas travel was $23.1 billion. It is significant. Only retail manufacturing and oil and gas has a higher GDP. What it does for Kendall County. These are the latest statistics available to me. In 2007, in Kendall County, direct travel spending was $68 million. That's a lot of money. For your information, Texas residents accounted for 1/2 of all the spending in the state of Texas in 2007. International visitors accounted for 10%, and residents of other states for about 40%. Here's the good part. In 2007, compared to 2008 last year, we were $883,000 ahead of the previous year in revenue. Average rate growth to 90.79 and occupancy to 50%. And that's when we had $4 a gallon gas. That's when we went through the beginning of the tough economic times around Christmas, and it was pretty interesting times. First quarter of this year, revenues are $1,676,800. That's up $27,000 compared to last year. So even in a bad economy for the last 18 months, we're still moving ahead. Average daily rate is $82.95, which concerns me. I think it's down a little bit lower than it really should be. I think that hotels ran a little bit scared and dropped their average rates to get folks in, but from the state level and in San Antonio especially, the average rates are holding pretty good. Occupancy was only 39.7%, which was down about 9% compared to the previous year, and that's because of the Hampton Inn and the La Quinta being in the occupancy mix. So that's going to change, and I think it's going to definitely come up, I hope, about 6 or 7% of it by the end of the year. Total rooms revenue. This gives you an idea of where we are to our competitors. Reporting rooms is $565 to the state of Texas for our area. And let me say that in that $565, that includes Tapatio Springs, which is not in our bed tax area. They don't pay bed occupancy tax, but they are reported to the state of Texas in this area, so we are including them in this. You can see that we have 565 rooms compared to Bandera's 341. San Antonio has a whopping 33,668 rooms, Fredericksburg 1,388, and Kerrville 1,132. And you can see what the significant difference is in the number of rooms and what your revenues and average rates are. The interesting thing is, you take a look at Fredericksburg with 1,388 rooms, the vast majority of those rooms are bed and breakfast. And that's why their average rate's a little bit higher, because you have mom and pop selling 1 and 2 bedrooms, and they try to get as much for those rooms as they can every time they sell one. So that just kind of gives you an idea of where we're at as compared to our neighbors. With current signs of a slowdown, we expect 2009 revenues to decline by 5% or more. However, 2008 room revenues continue to match long-term trends. That's exactly what I said a minute ago. I think that we're going to be down a little bit, but I think we have the opportunity to grow our average rate. When you look at Boerne as a destination, we have nothing to be ashamed of. We have great places to eat, great places to stay. It's a great place to visit. People love coming here, so I think we just need to buckle down and get a little bit more for our rooms as people come in. Now we get to the fun part, advertising. When I came on board, I wanted to come up with a slogan or a tag, and it is experience the history, the arts, and charm of Boerne. We have a lot to offer. I really feel that the art community is one of the strongest in the state here. I think that the arts is probably going to be one of the keys to our future in Boerne as far as the destination is concerned. Right now, our markets, what we go after, leisure and transient, that's mom, dad, the kids, anybody that makes an individual reservation, pulls off of I-10 that wants to stay in Boerne. It's those single reservations, that's our market right now. It's our strongest market. Tour and travel is coming around. Right now, the biggest challenge that we have for tour and travel is we're too close to San Antonio. The big tour bus groups decide that, we got, 15, 20 more minutes to go. We're in San Antonio, we can see the Riverwalk and the missions and such, so that's where Fredericksburg does a little bit better than us in tour and travel because they're still an hour or so away. So we're definitely going after that business. It's just going to take a little bit of education to get those folks to come here. We get into the ads, and before we go any further, I want to want to do this. Wendy Little is not here today. Wendy is our Director of Marketing. She's in California attending the funeral of a long life friend. All the ads, with the exception of one, you'll see we did in-house. When I came on board, I wanted to create an in-house ad agency where we do our own graphics, where we do our own ads, where we do our own purchasing, and we do our own placement. And by doing this, we have saved a lot of money, which has allowed us to buy more ads. So all but one ad that you're going to see today has been done by Wendy Little. I'd also like to introduce Linda Tom while I'm thinking about it. Linda's operating the computer. Linda just came to us about 3 months ago and has an absolutely fabulous sales and marketing background. Betty Jo Schwartz is our volunteer coordinator with the CVB, and that's our staff with about 49 other volunteers. So everything that you're going to see here is done in-house. Leisure travel, we advertise in Texas Monthly. We were in Texas Monthly 9 times this year. Austin Monthly 5 times. Texas Highways 4. San Antonio Magazine 6 times. The Current Magazine we were in 10 times, and Travel Hosts were in there on a monthly basis. Event promotion. We advertise in Austin Monthly again, Texas Event Calendar, San Antonio Magazine, Travel Host Magazine, and The Current. These are some of the ads that we've created for some of the events in town. The ad that you see in the lower left-hand corner where it says "Live the Story," that is the only ad that Wendy did not do. Meetings. We do have meeting space. We're sitting in the largest meeting facility other than our community center. It's a little difficult to get the big corporate meetings that come to town, but we continually work with the hotels to try to do that. We advertise in Texas Meetings and Events magazine and our local publication, the Boerne Business Journal. The internet is a great tool. We're getting better at it all the time. We are on mysa.com every month. We are on the Austin Convention Visitors Bureau website. We're with Texas Monthly Online and with GuestQuest. And we update these ads on an ongoing and regular basis depending upon what's going on in town. Co-op advertising. We have had the opportunity in the last year to work with most of the event coordinators in town with the Parade of Artists, Second Saturday, the Kendall County Fair, the Burgess Fest folks, the Rod Run people, where we actually help create their ads and place their ads for them and buy their ad space for them as well, saving them a lot of money. So we work with Second Saturday, the Kendall Inn, the Heritage Center, Boerne Area Artists Association, Boerne Business Alliance. We help put that group together and help them get Dickens going again, and the Civil Arts Council. Here are some more ads. We are involved with the Texas Hill Country Trails. That's the big ad on the left-hand side. There are 13 trails in the state, and the Hill Country Trail is the last trail to be developed. We'll be rolling out a new brochure with 150,000 brochures in May of next year, and we are currently bidding on Boerne being the location where this is going to be rolled out. If we have the opportunity to do that, we'll generally have the Governor's Office of Tourism attend and some big dignitaries out of Austin, so we're bidding on that as we speak. These are some more ads that we've done for Second Saturday, joint venturing with the Kendall Inn on the upper left-hand corner, again with the Parade of Artists. Lead generating, very important. We advertise and work with Texas Highways, Southern Living, the Texas Travel Industry Association, the Austin Texas Hills Magazine, San Antonio Vacation Guide, See Texas First, GuestQuest, Texas Parks and Wildlife, and Tour Texas. Those combined bring us about 45,000 leads a year. People asking and emailing us and asking for specific information on us as a result of advertising these magazines. It's just one of the little brochures that we put together. It's a little rack card that we just did. International advertising. Mexico is dynamic. I have been working on the Mexican market for about 8 months now, very strongly. We co-op with the Hampton Inn, and we ran this half-page ad for 10 consecutive Sundays in Mexico City and in Monterey, and the results have been outstanding. Mexico marketing. We will be part of a $1.2 million marketing campaign in Mexico generated by the San Antonio Convention and Visitors Bureau. I have known those folks for over 30 years, have a great working relationship with them. We will be featured in 6 ads starting this month in Mexico City and Monterey. We'll have the opportunity to advertise some of our hotels, some of our